guys, Toon Fanatics. Welcome to Toon Corner, and today we'll be doing a cartoon battle between two multi-crossover movies that combines live action with animation. This is Who Framed Roger Rabbit versus Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie. Let the battle begin. Round 1. The plot. In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you got a maroon cartoon star named Roger Rabbit who was framed for the murder of Marvin Acme, so it's up to a Toon-hating detective named Eddie Valiant to clear his name. In Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Monterey Jack has been kidnapped and is forced to be part of different bootleg movies. So it's up to Chip and Dale to team up, save Monty, and figure out who is behind this diabolical bootleg scheme. The writing in Who Framed Roger Rabbit is excellent. You got this wonderful blend of film noir and cartoon comedy. The film itself has captured my imagination and I'm sure has influenced me one way or another. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, on the other hand, is a fun mystery filled with meta-humor. In other words, it is heavily influenced by Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but has the same writing style as Space Jam: A New Legacy. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this round with a tie. Round 2, the Toons. In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, not only you got Toons like Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit, Baby Herman, and Benny the Cab, but you also got Toons from various studios like Disney, Warner Brothers, MGM, and the Fleischer Brothers, for example. To me, the Toon cameos are a big part of what made the movie so believable. Not only did the Toon cameos make the film more believable, but we also got some really good memorable moments, like Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny skydiving together, or Donald Duck and Daffy Duck fighting each other while playing their pianos, for example. You know, little stuff like that. Roger Rabbit is a lovable goofball who loves to make people laugh and is my favorite Toon star. Jessica Rabbit is Roger's loyal wife. Baby Herman is Roger's co-star in the Maroon cartoons. Even though he is gruff and all, he actually does care about Roger. And Benny the Cab, I guess you can say, is Roger's best friend. In Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, when it comes to the Toons, that's where I have questions about the world building in the movie. Basically, if Toons don't age, then how did Peter Pan, aka Sweet Pete, get older? Are characters like Ugly Sonic considered Toons? And I do understand about, Baloo and Pumbaa receiving CGI surgery and all, but do they have to go through surgery multiple times? Like, for example, do they have to go from 2D to 3D and vice versa, depending on the project? Chip, Dale, Monterey Jack, Gadget, and Zipper were all actors that have been part of the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers TV show, and they decided to split after the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers TV show got canceled. But by the end of the movie, they got back together. When it comes to the Toon cameos, not only you got Toons like Roger Rabbit, He-Man, Skeletor, and Lumiere, for example, but you also got Toons that were just specifically made for the movie. Now, again, I don't think Ugly Sonic is considered a toon, but no matter what, Ugly Sonic is my favorite side character. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this round with Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Round 3. The actors. In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you got actors like Bob Hoskins, Christopher Lloyd, and Joanna Cassidy, for example. Bob Hoskins is Eddie Valiant. In other words, I don't think I can ever imagine anyone else playing Eddie Valiant. Eddie is basically an excellent straight man for Roger, and he also keeps the film noir feel in the movie while also having some comedic one-liners here and there. You may know Bob Hoskins from films like Hook and the Super Mario Brothers, for example. Christopher Lloyd does an excellent job as Judge Doom. Not only I consider Judge Doom the most menacing villain in animation, but I also consider him the best villain in animation. You may know Christopher Lloyd from stuff like Taxi, the Back to the Future trilogy, and The Pagemaster, for example. Joanna Cassidy does a really good job playing a character who is upset about how things have turned out ever since Eddie's brother received a piano to the head. And she does her best to support Eddie one way or another. Now in Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, a lot of the actors are basically just cameos, and the cameos are basically just filled with actors that you probably never heard of, except Paul Rudd, who you may know as Ant-Man from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, besides, the actor cameos and all, there is actually one actress that basically plays a key role in the movie, and that actress is Kiki Layne. Kiki Layne did a really good job interacting with the Toons, and she basically plays this fangirl who became a cop because of the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers TV show. Now, with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this round with a tie. After doing some simple math, the final score is 3-2, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a movie that I highly recommend. Not only it's a movie that you must watch, but it is also a movie that you must own. I consider Who Framed Roger Rabbit the holy grail to Toon fanatics. Now, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, on the other hand, is a movie that I highly recommend, especially if you're a Disney fanatic. In my mind, I consider the Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers movie as this generation's version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And the question of the day is, what is your favorite multi-crossover movie? Just let me know in the comment section down below if you have any requests, and I'll see you next time in Toon Corner.